Hello everyone, how are you doing? Um, 2 weeks back, I sent you a sheet with the title Children, Gender, and Toys. I asked you many questions, and today we are going to discuss it and go over them. So, the first question was, who are good at math in school? In fact, we were giving three options. The one with the blue is boys. Girls are getting the red. Both boys and girls are getting the yellow. So basically, we will just focus on the blue and the red. We are not considering this because this is equal, both of them. So in the first question, 43% saying boys are good in math comparing to a girls who are getting only 18%. So why is that happening? Why boys are good at math in school comparing to a girls? Is it related to the type of toys you play with when you were a little child? This could be an answer, right? Question 2. Who are good at English language speaking in school? As you can see easily that girls are getting more votes in here. About 47% of votes went for girls. Only 10% went for boys. This tells you that girls are good at English language speaking in school more than boys do. Why is that happening? Is it related to the type of conversation? Is it related to the type of toys that the girls play when they were a little? Yes, that could be, according to the reading that we just finished. Okay, who are good at English reading in school? Again, girls are getting more. 51% goes for girl. Only 10% goes for boys. That means that boys are not as good as girls in English reading. Again, I believe, according to the reading, that this could be to the type of toys that they play with when they were a little kids. Another question. This is very interesting. Who are good at sport in school? As you see, 87, almost 88% goes for boys. Only a little votes went for girls. Could be by mistake, I guess. As you see, most people believe that boys are good at sport. And again, why is that? Is it because boys are practicing more when they were kids? Or doing more activities or the type of toys they play with? Because girls are not getting the same chance, right? They don't have that much of freedom. Who are able to solve problems in life? In fact, this question was tricky. The meaning was different because I was trying to tell by this question who is going to solve kind of technical problems. But it was my fault. I didn't ask it in a right way. Because basically, if your dad is at home, needs to do some work, and he calls somebody to help him, is he gonna call the girl or the boy to help him? Mostly the boy, because he will know how to solve these kind of problems. Anyway, we'll skip it. It was my fault. Who enjoy playing with a group of children? This is also tricky because almost the same answers for both boys and girls. But I don't know, to me, it's a little bit hard because in our culture, we can see boys playing with other boys, and even you can see girls playing with other girls. Who like talking more to a best friend? And here, girls are getting more votes. So basically, you can see that girls really like to talk, especially with a best friend. However, boys are getting less votes for that part. They are not much of talking with a best friend. Who enjoy playing with a toy house? This is very interesting. A toy house is considered a girl's toys. As you see, 60% or almost even 61% of votes went for girls. Only 12% went for boys. I still believe some of them went there by mistakes because a toy house is known in our culture to be a girl toys who enjoy playing with a toy airplane. About 75% of the answer or the votes went to boys. Only 8% went to a girl. So now we will go over some of your comments about the question or the last question. Tell me about the best toy you like when you were a little child. Write at least one sentence. Some people didn't write one sentence, they just write one word, but it has a good meaning. Like, for example, say football. Wow, this is, to me, to be honest, this is the best toy ever. It's true that I have a bias of view because I love to play football. It's my life. I still playing football. Yesterday I played football. So if this is a toy for kids or for adults, I believe it's the best. One of the games I used to love and loved most is hide and seek. Wow, it's nice. People like hide and seek. I used to play that when I was a little child. Chase in bicycles. Yeah, that's really nice. But here I cannot see who is writing the comments, uh, boy or girl, but I am assuming bicycles is playing by boys mostly. Okay, let's read this. My favorite B. I was little play in the doll. Okay, so basically, I believe it's a girl who is talking about playing with a doll. Yes, this is really interesting. With my sister and my friends. Nice. I see always a girl sitting somewhere and having all their toys out, especially the doll, and they speak a lot. They speak a lot all the time. And they really sounds to be enjoying this kind of play. For us, maybe we don't like these kind of games, but girls really like them. It's interesting. I miss those beautiful days. Why? You can play now. Why don't you play now? You can play. In your age, it's fine. Just pick your sisters and friend and play now. It will be a good idea, especially these days with the coronavirus. If you have time, go ahead and do it. There's no problem with that. In the days of time, our games were simple, but she was beautiful for me. Yeah, I like simple. Simple is fine. Simple is more enjoyable. I don't like complicated equipments. As for now, children depends on electronic games and phones. Yeah, I agree. This considered harmful of his mind. They're thinking, okay, that's correct, but we are living in a different era, so we have to accept it. When I was a young, I used to love a game of rock, paper, scissors. Yeah, this is easy. You can do it while walking. Rock, paper, scissors. It's nice. Okay. Football, swimming, and horse riding. Wow, I never try horse riding. Swimming, I did. Football, I always do. But horse riding? Wow, you must be rich. Invite me one day, please. Actually, I was a kid who fell in love with fantasy. So, my games were Imagination Tales, and my toys were all non existent. Wow, it were in my mind. Very nice. Okay. Or sometimes I replaced imagination by stealing books from my dad. I prefer reading a lot and I consider books to be toys. Wow, this student is unique. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but I really love you. Wow, you're nice. You are amazing. The best game I used to play in school is volleyball, where the number of players on the field consists of 6 players, and it its laws allow the player to touch the ball with any part of his body, and the player is not allowed to carry the ball or pick it up and throw it directly in any way. And players can switch their places on the field after completion or from sending the ball. It's really nice. Volleyball is a very good things to play, but I don't know. In your school, sounds to be available, but in many schools, it's hard. That's why people are playing football. But it's really nice, and your comments is great. Like you are giving us the direction how to play this game, and thank you for sharing. When I was a kid, I used to love playing football with my friends, exactly like what we said before. Thank you. I like football and playing with dolls. Wow, it's hard to tell. Is this a boy or a girl? He plays or she plays with both football and dolls. This is really nice. It's good to play two different things so you will have all the skills that you need. The most popular game when I was young is that so called playhouse, where a group of girls play in the dolls, and also when I was young, I like to be a teacher. Wow. So, there's two parts. The first part is amazing. The second part is even more interesting to me because you playing a role in the life when you were a kid to be a teacher and you are going to be a teacher. That's really interesting. I love playing with Fela. I don't know, maybe it's a name of a toy or name of a doll. When I was young, because she was my little world and my friend's friend. Wow, it's interesting to have a best friend, like a toy to be a best friend. Computer games. You consider this as a toy? Interesting. I feel it's not a toy, it's electronic games. I prefer like kids to play with the real toys. They can go with the computer games, but they have to spend much time with the real toys. Finally, I would like to thank all of you guys for sharing this. It was really interesting. Also, I couldn't read all the comments. Sorry for that. There's a lot of comments, all of them are interesting. Thank you very much for sharing. And see you next week. Bye.